Hello, welcome and namaste. This is Moksha Mukti going live, speaking regarding your questions, comment, concern that you. Hello, welcome and namaste. This is Moksha Mukti that you post on a comment section and ask him questions about life experiences, such as anger, anxiety, loneliness, sadness, depression, jealousy, hatred, love, happiness, joy, epiphany, etc., etc. So now I'm going to go and share this live feed on a couple of groups, and you're also welcome to go and share this into different spiritual groups that you're a member of. And by sharing, you have an opportunity to win one-on-one session. Well, now Moksha Mukti calls this personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. You have an opportunity to win personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. Simply just share this live feed into different spiritual groups that you are a member of. And I'm also going to go and share this to different groups, and someone asked me about what is life experiences, and they are already listed here. All those anger, anxiety, loneliness, sadness, depression, jealousy, hatred, love, happiness, joy, epiphany, etc., etc., etc. Those are all life experiences, and you are all experiencing. You are all experiencing life experiences. You are all experiencing now, in the present moment. You are observing and experiencing at the same time now, in the present moment, whether you accept it or don't accept it, or reject it, or in a neutral. That is available to you. Stay back. And let's see if I can go and paste this, post this. Well, since there is a link on that, it's not allowing me to paste it. So alright, I'm going to go and share this. There it is. Alright. I just posted in one group, and I'm going to go and share this, sharing the love. I'm going to share this into a couple of other groups, so that this live feed is visible for at least few gatherers here to gather and speak about life experiences. And who knows what will happen today. Simply happening, many experiences are created in this gathering. And those of you who know, who have been here, know what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and share this. And now sharing into another group. There it is. It's already shared to a couple of groups, and going to share this into a few other groups so that you can see what's going on today, see what is happening today in Moksha Mukti gathering. Okay. And there was extraordinary experiences observed in today's Moksha Mukti's one-on-one meeting or personal meeting. And Moksha Mukti recommends that you do personal meeting with him. Something extraordinary being extraordinary. There is a possibility of experiencing something extraordinary in the personal meeting with Moksha Mukti Apollo. And you can also experience such experiences. Now, hey, by coming here in the gathering, is everyone's going to experience the same way? No. Not all of you is going to experience the same way. One or two may experience what Moksha Mukti is pointing you to experience the source. And one or two actually may get some taste of this on this group gathering. And out of 4 people Moksha Mukti conducted personal meeting, there is only one person got the taste of that source, experienced the source, even for just a little bit, you see. And that's possibility in Moksha Mukti's personal meeting, and that is available to you if you're interested. So let's go and share this into a couple other groups, sharing the love. And you can also go and share it, and by sharing you have an opportunity to win personal meeting with Moksha Mukti Apollo. And it's just gonna share this in a couple other groups. Sharing is going on. Sharing, caring, and loving. Sharing, caring, and loving is going on right now, so you can do the same thing. You can share, care, care, love, love. And this love is the expression of the existence. Simply expressing. Expression is going on right now. And Moksha Mukti will start the session in a couple of minutes, just for a few more groups. Just a few more groups, and then we will begin, you see. And during the gathering, just FYI, you see, Moksha Mukti will only speak if he is giving like general information, FYI, or he'll speak if you put a comment on the comment section, and he'll speak regarding that, or something a revelation occurs in his consciousness, you see, and then he will speak. Otherwise, he can just sit here silently, you see. And in one of the meetings, group meeting, while Moksha Mukti was remaining silent, there were many of you still joining, because enjoying the silence, you see. Because a lot of the things that can be expressed, that can also be expressed in silence. But for some of you, say, what's going on? Why is it silence? Because there is expression in silence as well. And you see, that's what's going on. And there's non-verbal communication in silence. So the silence can happen, you see. And these are all just the expression going on. Looks like we have some people now that are watching, that are gathering. So I think I've shared enough. You see, there is only so much one person can do. You can also go and share this on the groups that you're a member of, spiritual groups, meditation, awakening, soul, love, whatever groups you're a member of. You can go and share. Sharing is caring and loving, you see. And looks like there are already comments popping up, and I hope these comments are dynamic. So the comments are, oh, it's not dynamic. So okay, I'm gonna go and read these comments from the iPhone. So first one I have is the Anne Flanagan. Hello Anne, how are you today? Glad you joined again for multiple times. You keep on coming back. I wonder why you keep on coming back. But glad you're here. And says Namaste Moksha, just popped in to say hello. Namaste, and glad you just popped in. And says enjoy your chat. It's 12:30 a.m. here, so good night all. Certainly, that's way past Moksha Mukti's bedtime. So have a good night, Anne. Wagner Ryan Couch Senior says Namaste, brother. Namaste, Wagner. You also keep coming back, Wagner. How are you doing today? Desiree Collins says, how old is you? Why do you need to know that, Desiree? Isaac Mullin says, you be pimpin'. Isaac, I do not know what you're talking about. I think those are the street slang you're using. Are you sure you want to be in this group? Maybe you want to, maybe you don't want to. Just hang on a few minutes and you decide. And if you don't want to be here, you can simply leave. There is no one is forcing you, but you're welcome. I'm glad you're here. Wagner says, share love and sharing the love. Namaste, my friend. Yes. Sharing is caring, they say. Arogya Ronaldo Bhatta says, are you from Nepal? Yes, Arogya Ronaldo Bhatta. Moksha Mukti was born in Nepal. Yes. The land of the place was Buddha was born, and he was surrounded by Buddha's teachings in the beginning. But now, you see, he says validate and verify everything. And someone asked me about if the Buddha's teachings are true. Well, for Moksha Mukti, they're not necessarily true, but they are beautiful. What Buddha taught was beautiful, and the truth is for you to validate and verify, and that's what Moksha Mukti says. Validate and verify everything. Even what Moksha Mukti says is truth. He knows he's speaking the truth. However, it's not truth to you until you validate and verify in your own functionality, and that's what Moksha Mukti is pointing to you. And when you validate and verify, and then becomes truth for you. Vivian Oliver, Vivian, hi, namaste, says namaste. Mario Ricane says thoughts on Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Mario, Moksha Mukti is not here to speak regarding any spiritual gurus, swamis, or any Maharishis, anyone like that. What he said is beautiful, and that's it. Moksha Mukti is not going to speak regarding what he said, what so and so says. Moksha Mukti does not read any books. Moksha Mukti does not listen to anyone. He is simply expressing the expressions of the existing that is happening now in this present moment. And he doesn't even know what he's going to say next. Spontaneously happening. This is unplanned, unprepared, fresh, dynamic that is happening. Olga, no, is finally here. Yeah, you made it. Says, hello, darling. I am here and listening. Namaste, Olga. Thanks for joining. You finally made it. Aragya says, I am from Nepal too. Ha ha ha. Okay, alright, no problem, Aragya. Here in this gathering, this is true gathering, true association, or satsang. In this gathering, see, you are a universal citizen. You see, although there is nationality and nationality and countries and all that are division are there in this synthetic reality, but here, while this gathering is happening, everyone is a universal citizen. You see. Lisa Lopez say, hey, hello, hey, hello, Lisa. Thanks for joining again. How are you? So sometimes, you see, the Facebook is awesome. It's creating the dynamic or the real-time comments on the desktop. You see. It's a lot easier to sit down and look at it, and it's a great technology, and appreciate Facebook for doing this. It's easier on Moksha Mukti's back. If not, it's okay, I can watch it on the iPhone here, but it's much easier to look straight onto the monitor and read all of your comments. And if there are no comments, Moksha Mukti is going to remain here silently. And you may say, why is he silent? And by the way, there is also, I'm missing one information here. There is a conference line. I'm going to go and call that right now. And if there are no comments, conference line is available. And you can call this conference number. And be on a conference and ask him question directly from the phone, and the question asked from the conference line supersedes the questions in the comment, so he's going to respond to that first. And the number is 641-715-3276. That's also listed on the on top of this video, and the access code.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign.
That is 736686 pound.
And you entered 736686. If this is correct, press 1. You are the only participant in the conference.
So we are now in conference. So those of you who are interested dialing the phone and calling that number and being in this conference line, that is available for you. And see if the comments are dynamic here. Comments are... Tom Condell says, first time here. Namaste. Namaste, Tom. Thanks for joining. And I think I missed. Did I miss any comments? Sophia Amaya says, first time here. Hello from Phoenix, Arizona. Hello, Sophia. Namaste. Namaste, Phoenix, Arizona. Glad you're here. Lana Cooper says, my mom and I have been recently traumatized by the actions of a family member. We feel betrayed and hurt and of course angry. How do we deal with these feelings toward this person? Anger is hard to contain. We are both struggling with this. So Lorna, this is your first time here, so glad you're here. And so what is happening there is that traumatized, you see, when you are traumatized, majority of your trauma is stemming from your thoughts. However, I have to be careful how I say this, because I was speaking with someone during personal meeting. He says, well, you said I created all my pain. You said my mind created all the pain. No, Moksha Mukti is not saying that. There is a trauma in a physiological level that exists. However, the mind exaggerates and enhances, and it becomes larger. So he is saying to you, simply don't believe in your thoughts. Give attention to the source that is available to you, that is observing, that is experiencing, that is happening now. And when you give attention to that, then you can observe what the thought is saying to you. And majority of time your trauma is arising from your thoughts, you see. And action taken by family member is coming from their thought. All the action they take is from their thought. So their action is nothing but their thought, you see. And when you're recognizing the thought, you see, it's just a thought that is causing them to do action. So now that thought is not real. That thought is actually their imagination, assumption. Based on that imagination, assumption, they took action. And based upon that action, your thought imagined and assumed that what they did is wrong. Perhaps what they did is wrong. Moksha Mukti is not denying that. But it's just a thought assuming and enhancing, you see. And betrayal is also coming from the thought. And people do betray. You see, that is the nature of the thought, to betray. You see, and hurt, and of course anger also stemming from the thought. Anger is there in the body to express the limitation, you see, that is there. But again, your thought exaggerates, enhances, you see. And when that happens, you become more angry, you see. And simply he is pointing you to, it is so simple, you'll be so surprised, you see. And it is revealed to you, like out of the lot of session Moksha Mukti does, only one or two people, you know, when we do personal meeting, and then this is pointed out, and they say, oh my God, how did I not know that? You know this. And you come back and say, this is what happens in a personal meeting. So Moksha Mukti offers personal meeting for you to request one, and he'll conduct a personal meeting to go deeper. And so these feelings toward this person is just a thought, you see. Feelings are sensitized thought or conditioned thought. So these feelings, so called, coming from the thought toward this person, is just a projection of your thought, you see. When you observe that thought, then it just disappears. There's just a thought, and one thought can be loving toward that person, one thought can be hatred toward that person, just the thought, you see. And both of you are struggling. Yes, not only you, 99% of humans are struggling in this situation, because fundamentally and essentially you and I are functioning exactly the same way, and everyone is functioning exactly the same way, fundamentally and essentially. Now of course there are aspects of you, personalities, features, habits, behaviors, all that is aspects of you are unique, that makes you unique. But fundamentally and essentially, the functionality, how we are functioning, is exactly we're functioning. So not only you two, in that situation, majority of humans, 99% humans, they are going to function exactly same way. See, now what Moksha Mukti is pointing to both of you, see, is don't believe in your thoughts even for 15 seconds, and give attention to the source that is observing everything, and see what happens. Sophia Ama says, thank you, namaste. You're welcome, Sophia. Thanks for joining. Lisa Lopez says, welcome, Tom. Lisa says, the power of now. Not so much power of now, Lisa. Simply now. You see, power is just the aspect of it. Now happening now. You see, happening now, observing, experiencing. You see, power is just the aspect of you. You see, that is only for the thought. Lorna Cooper says, makes sense. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Lorna. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing your experiences. See, with your comments, Moksha Mukti is speaking. Otherwise, he's going to sit here, remain silently, and there is no problem. And he's done that in a few occasions. When there was no need, there was no comments, there is no need to speak. You see. But that doesn't mean don't put anything in comment. Go ahead and put comments. There is no problem. But if there are no comments, there is no concern, simply, you see, this is it. This is happening. Jay Phillips says, hi Moksha, namaste. Hey Jay, namaste. You're back again, multiple times from Canada. Namaste, Canada. We have multiple people from multiple nations, actually. There's people from UK, namaste UK. And and United States and Nepal, there is a person from Nepal. My home country. I was born there. See, but I've lived in United States for the last 30 years. I've been living here, but I was born there, and kind of conditions, all this meditations, all that Buddha's teachings were conditioned upon me. Hinduism were conditioned upon me. But those are all. I am not attached to any conditions anymore, and you see, I don't read any books anymore. I don't follow any tradition anymore, and this is not religion. This is nothing like that. This is simply about life experiences that is happening now in the present moment. Jay Phillips says, reminding myself to not believe my thoughts result in me smiling a lot more. Yes. Yes, because thought, they come and go, appear and disappear like the clouds in the sky, you see. Why take it seriously? Thought is nothing but imagination and assumption. Concrete imagination, concrete assumption. You see? That is happening. Anjan Kumar Mandal writes, life and reality is not all about those three words, thought, attention, and source. You're just covering something with a different explanation without actually solving real problems. I might be wrong. Yes, Anjan Kumar Mandal, you are wrong. And although I'm going to say you are right in the in your reality, you see, but in the reality that statement is false, because Moksha Mukti is not always saying those three words. I mean, how can I say those three words in 100 hours of talks I give? Then Moksha Mukti also does personal meeting, you see, and spectacular, profound experience by many listeners, those people who meet Moksha Mukti on a personal level, as well as it is happening now. Majority people, you see, they are coming back and expressing or stating their experiences. Only for you is three words, you see. And because it seems like you're functioning in only thought level, shallow level. If you go deeper, there's more what Moksha Mukti is saying, not just three words, you see. There is observing that is going on, there is experiencing going on. And experiencing can be expressed infinite way, not only three ways, you see. And for you, yes, it seems like you're covering. Maybe this session is not for you. Maybe what you need is a guru who's going to teach you many things, you see, because you are conditioned like that. You see, by reading your name, it seems like you are from Indian background, and there's a lot of gurus, rishis, swamis, maharishis, all that giving you talks, and you're used to that talk because they are conditioning you like that. But Moksha Mukti is not like that, you see. So you're looking for that. Maybe you need someone like that. So maybe instead of wasting time here, maybe you need to go to that, you see. But glad you're here, and at least expressed what you needed to express. Lisa says, attachment, good point. Share your thoughts, please. Yes, Lisa, your comments, question, concern is pushing Moksha Mukti's button for him to speak. Otherwise, he doesn't need to speak. He's not speaking from his thoughts. This is not thoughts. This is expression of natural state of being. Moksha Mukti does not know what he's going to think next. There was no preparation, like today I'm going to give this talk. There was no preparation. Spontaneously this is happening, and spontaneously Moksha Mukti is expression. I don't even know what thought is going to come next to Moksha Mukti. You see, and you don't even know what you're going to think next. Spontaneously happening. You see, dynamically happening. And this is simply happening. And Facebook is doing tremendous job going this live, but somehow it is not coming dynamically. All the comments. Feather Blessings says, blessings. Blessings, Feathers. Thanks for joining. Namaste. And the sound that you're hearing on the background is the sound of the conference line that is going on. And you're welcome to dial the number. And matter of fact, I'm going to share that number with you on the comment section. And you can dial the number and speak from the conference line. And questions called from the conference line supersedes the comment questions because they're just easier for Moksha Mukti. And that number is shared here. So if you have access, if you're living here in the United States, or if you have access, international access, feel free to call that number and talk to Moksha Mukti. And by calling in, it's possible to go deeper, because last time someone called and we talked for 8 minutes. And just by one comment, we're not going deeper. We're just touching the surface. That's why Anjan Kumar is thinking, Moksha Mukti, you're only saying 3 words. No. Try meeting with Moksha Mukti personally. Go in one-on-one. Personal meeting with Moksha Mukti, we're going to go deeper. We can ask each other questions, or you call. Victor is here again. Victor Televsky says, Namaste Moksha. Namaste Victor. How are you today? How are you, brother? J. Philip says, I love this practice and I have studied much. When I get still, I hear my heartbeat and feel the energy in my body. When a thought comes, I now say, I don't believe you, and smile. Then the thought seems to dissolve away. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happens. You see. And this is not a practice. Moksha Mukti, this is not a practice. This is happening to Moksha Mukti naturally. And it happens to you naturally when you give attention to the source. This is simply your effort to give attention to the source. That is available to you now, and you are experiencing, observing that is happening. And as Jay reported, she is observing, and she is observing, and she is hearing the heartbeat. And yes, heartbeat is there, breathing is there, all these things happening is there, as well as thought is there. And now you are not believing in the thoughts. What for? Why do you need to believe in thoughts? You see, thought is assuming, thought is lying to you. Anjan says, I'm actually from UK, not India, Guruji. My point was, other than giving people different point of view, specific life experience, please give advice on how to overcome those experiences. Really, probably with the real motivation speech. Thank you. Well, Anjan, glad you're from UK, but your name seems like you have Indian background, so maybe you have some Indian heredity, but that doesn't matter. While you're here, you're a universal citizen. And I'm glad you're expressing your feelings, but you see, you're pointing to others to, hey, what Moksha Mukti is doing is not helping you. That's what you're trying to say to others. But you're not speaking anything about your experience. Why not try to go one-on-one with the Moksha Mukti, maybe call them up, or even ask questions and talk about your life experiences. You see, and Moksha Mukti is not giving you advice. He's not trying to help you, simply expressing. And in this expression, yes, some of you are said, well, you're helping me, you see. But if some of you says, well, he's not helping me, then you don't need to be here. You see, Moksha Mukti is not forcing you to be here. You see, there are lots of people who are offering lots of other services. You see, you can go. And Moksha Mukti is not going to be hurt when you go. You see, there is no problem. Rhonda McFarlane says, hi Rhonda, thanks for joining. Debbie Mars says, yeah, put your head down, see you never. I don't know what you mean, Debbie. Erica, I'm putting my head down because I'm reading your comments. I'm reading my comments. Erica L. Flores says, hi Erica, thanks for joining. Namaste. Erica says, how do you block a psychic attack? Erica, what you calls yourself a psychic attack? What do you mean by psychic attack? Because if I just give you the reality, some of you will come and say, hey, Moksha Mukti, you just keep on saying source and source and source, source and source and source. I mean, not all of you are saying that. One or two people are coming back and saying that, hey, Moksha Mukti, all you say is source, 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 source. Just repeat 3 words, you see. So to go deeper, see, Moksha Mukti will need to ask you questions, and it's difficult when you just type a comment. If you call on the phone, it's easier to go. It's easier to grill you and go deeper, you see. But, right now, I don't know what you mean by psychic attack, you see. I mean, to me, it just seems like imagination. Yeah, Lisa says, Tony Robbins gives motivation talks. Yeah, maybe, Anjan, you need to go to Tony Robbins instead of coming to Moksha Mukti. Jay says, you cannot overcome life experience. You can only experience and appreciate the lesson. Yes, true. You can only accept and appreciate the lesson. You cannot deny what is happening. You cannot deny it. This is simply happening. You cannot deny it. Dabarka Dadenko says, hello again. Hello Dabarka, thanks for joining again. How are you? Namaste. Anjan says, laugh it loud. You probably don't like when someone challenges you with questions. No, Anjan, you can challenge all Moksha Mukti. Moksha Mukti is not, it's afraid of your vehemence. You see, you're just throwing the vehemence. You see, just like Rakshasas, they come out and attack people like, with a sword. You see, Moksha Mukti is not afraid of that vehemence. You see, and all you're doing is just coming from a thought. Saying all this thought is all just the vehemence. You're just throwing it out. You have nothing of your life experience. You have no experience. You haven't even shown me your experiences. Nothing is there. All learned talk. Assumption, imagination. Imagine, read from someone books. You see, heard from someone. There is no life. There's empty, shallow. Francis says, hi from New Zealand. Hi Francis, thanks for joining. Namaste New Zealand, how are you? And the reason I'm putting my head down is because I'm reading the comments on the iPhone here. And see if I can put the comment here, right there. Now see, I don't have to put my head down. I'm not putting my head down. And even if I close my eyes, I'm not sleeping. I'm sleeping, simply conserving the energy. And conference line is going on. You're welcome to make a call and talk to Moksha Mukti on conference line. And that way we can go a little deeper. You see, the conversation become deep. You see, because right now this is a group gathering, and whatever you're saying in a comment, Moksha Mukti is responding to that. And it's challenging to go deeper, because now you ask one question, and and all those questions are coming from your assumption. You see, there are no real experiences. Either that's a vehemence or just the assumption assumed by thought, imagination. If I see real questions, real experience, then yes, I can express, I can give talks. Francis says, how does one focus deeply? I don't know what you mean by focus deeply, Francis. You need to elaborate more, then we can go further, because I'm not going to point. I've been pointing, and some of you are coming back and say, Moksha Mukti just says source. I mean, if you understand, this is understand. If you don't understand, it's not for you here. There are other motivation, other gurus, other spiritual master. You see, you can go spend their time there versus coming here. You see. Diana Chan says, Namaste from Miami, Florida. Namaste, Diana. How are you today? Namaste, Miami, Florida. Thanks for coming back again. Multiple people are coming back again and again. Why? You see, I'm sure there's something is going on. Something's happening. Something is here in this expression that is expressing. Otherwise, why would you want to come back here? See, majority of our keep on coming back. There's one or two trollers. They're always here. You see, and it is what it is. And Moksha Mukti is not agitated by you. You see, not agitated by your vehemence, and he's gonna keep you until the point. And certain point, you see, then Moksha Mukti has to block you. I mean, and he hasn't blocked anyone for a couple of days. There was couple of trollers like last couple of days, and even that trolling is like an example of, see, you should not be agitated. He's pointing not to get agitated. Even someone trolls you. You see, and the trolling is seen as a negative, but Moksha Mukti is not agitated, but not bothered by it. Why take life seriously? Because what they're saying is their thought, vehemencing. Feather Blessing says, where are you located? My phone will not let me call through. This is a US call, US number, Blessings. Diana Chan says, we resonate with you. Well, glad you're here, Diana. And this group is for you. If is Moksha Mukti is resonating you, is Moksha Mukti is saying, this is you want to hear this, even if you want to be neutral, or you want to hear it, don't accept it, it's okay, there's no problem. Moksha Mukti is not saying to you, accept it. See, he's just simply expressing, and you may accept it, you may reject it, or you may stay neutral. It's not Moksha Mukti's concern, but if this resonates you, hey, by all means, be here. You see, I'm glad you're here. And those of you who doesn't resonate also, I'm glad you're here also. You see, and it's okay to have a difference of opinion, difference of view, that's no problem. But Moksha Mukti can sense, you can see whether that you're talking from your experience or your vehemence. You see, you read somewhere, you heard from someone, and you're throwing this out to me. You see, and that is vehemence. You see. Ban Namashi says, why do you refer yourself in the third person? Yes, Ban, Moksha, this has been brought to Moksha Mukti for many times, and it is what it is. You see. Jama Lime says trolls need to move to they are seeking attention. That's yes, they are seeking attention because there's empty, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. The emptiness is creating the vehemence. If there is something there, they would not vehement. All this vehemence, you see, all this throwing out energy at Moksha Mukti is coming from nothing. There is nothing there. And you're right. Francis says, deeply into state that I can quiet everything else and focus on doing internal self-reflection work, especially into the dark shadows. I don't know what you mean by that, Francis. All these things seems to me you're imagining. Lisa says, okay, Moksha, lie, I'll be back tomorrow. We love you. Don't pay attention to haters. Pay attention to the people who appreciate the value you share in this community. Hey, Lisa, Moksha Mukti knows that. I know you've been coming to Moksha Mukti's video. There are trollers, and Moksha Mukti does not kick them out. He lets them have it, and he's not agitated by any trollers. He's not agitated. He's not bothered. You see, and you know that. And I know it's like almost 1 o'clock. It's probably your sleeping time. So have a good night. And namaste, and see you next time. Jay say, I come back because I now see that I, the source, expressing through me, and when I put my attention there, I feel loved, happy, and safe. Yes. In the reality, there is no I. You see, I is just the thought. I think, Jay, you're getting some of the taste of it, you see. Keep on staying there. Keep on staying there. You see, but there's a thought is so tricky, makes you think that you're in the source, but sometimes you're not. You see, thought is powerful, thought is tricky. JC, have to go, company at door, love to you all. Yep. Thanks for joining, Jay. Namaste. And this is Guruji. I am not here to criticize you or not to start argument. I am here to clear my understanding. I understand what you mean, but I feel you're holding odor with deodorant, but it's not solving cause of odor. If you feel I am wrong, please tell me. Also, my request, please read my comment properly. Thank you. So, no, I am reading your comment properly. I am reading your comment properly. Even now, you see, you're throwing vehemence. There is nothing there. There is nothing there. There is no experiencing. You see, and you keep on rejecting. You keep on rejecting. You see, there is no order here. What is happening? Simply, this is expressing. You see, and this is not for everyone. You see, Moksha Mukti never said this is for everyone. And this expression is too much for you, then it's not for you. You see, why do you have to fight? And there is nothing there. I don't see any experiencing in you. Vero Luna says, are you a clairvoyant? I don't know, Vero. Maybe I am, maybe I am not. Who knows? No one knows if they're clairvoyant. Maybe I am, maybe I am not. Some cases, maybe I am. Some cases, maybe I am not. You see? And I can give you some examples. Then you'll say, well, he is a clairvoyant, You see? So what? Francis, thank you for your time. You're welcome, Francis. Thanks for coming here. Lisa said, good night, all. Yep, good night, Lisa. Diana Chen said, good night. Yeah, okay. You read my comment. No, I didn't read your comment wrong again. I read your comment. There's nothing there, Anjan. Come on, brother. Speak about your experiences. Speak about your experiences. No, I'm not going to read your comment again. Comment, write again. I read your comment. You heard what I did. Everyone heard what I did. Maybe write in different way. But all of what you're saying is nothing. You're saying nothing.
You entered access code 7.
You're just complicating for yourself, Anjan. No. Hey, mispronounce, Moksha Mukti, it is what it is, see. I mispronounce, that's my action. It is what it is. You cannot deny that. This is not English class. Speak about your experiences. Who are here to concern about pronunciation and its grammar? This is not the place. Nick, which says hello, Nick. Thanks for joining. He's just trying to complicate things for you, Anjan brother. What's going on? What's the real problem? Why so much vehemence? If you read like this, you won't get the real question. Well, I've got questions. I've been doing this for almost a month. There are people requesting one-on-one session, and even many people are reporting that they're getting something from this, and Moksha Mukti is not trying to give you anything. He's simply expressing, you see. And you can accept it, you can reject it, or you can stay in the neutral. It's entirely up to you. You see, Moksha Mukti is not speaking to accept this. Hiding. What am I hiding? I'm not hiding anything. There's nothing to hide. Moksha Mukti expressing. Speaking about your experiences. I'm not here to say anything. I'm not here to give you speech. I'm not here to give you lecture. Your comments on the comment section pushing Moksha Mukti to speak. Otherwise, he can just stay here silently. Until some revelation occurs, then he speaks. Or some FOI I need to give, he speaks. Otherwise, I'm going to stay here silently. Why are you here, Anjan? What do you want? Tell me what you want.
You entered access code 7366886.
Lorraine says, what is the greatest suffering you see people unnecessarily having today? Yes, Lorraine, that's a really good question. People are suffering for unnecessary detail. Unnecessary detail, they're suffering for no reason. You see, they're not accepting simply what is happening. Simply accept what is happening. Experience what is happening. Observe what is happening. You see, and majority detail, you don't need majority detail, because there is a stemming from the thought, and thought is imagining and assuming. Anjan, Moksha Mukti is not trolling. You are trolling Moksha Mukti. You see, there is nothing there. You are empty. Come on, man, there is emptiness. Moksha Mukti is not trolling. Why is he trolling? This is his talks. You can leave. He's not trolling anyone. You don't have to be here. Come on, brother. Well, I'm not going to block you. So far, you use a finesse. You see, finesse is I accept it. And, you know, things like that, trolling like that, not going to agitate Moksha Mukti. I'm not trolling anyone. Otherwise, why would people keep on coming back and coming back time after time? How many people are coming back here? Time after time. Why would they come back? I'm trolling them, man. Don't lie. See, you're lying to yourself, brother. What's the problem? What's your really problem? What do you want? This is just a gathering. Why don't you understand that? When we go deeper on a personal meeting and we go personally to you, spend half hour, 1 hour time with you, go one-on-one, maybe you can request one. Come to one-on-one. Moksha Mukti is a one-on-one personal meeting, and then we can go deeper. You can request a session. You see? Feather says, how do we sell? Is that a mistype of Feather? What do you mean by sell?
7, 3, 6, 6, 8, 6.
Separate the human experience from the source. Feather, there's a separateness. Perceiving. See, there's a mental equipment that is available to you that is either cursed or granted in the course of the evolution. In the course of the evolution, if such thing occurred, so-called evolution, in this course of evolution, if such thing occurred, in there, either through accident or mutation or for whatever reason, that the nature either made a mistake and placed this mental equipment in the mind for humans to see the separateness. And because of that, we see the separateness. You see? And we see the separateness through this mental mechanism in this synthetic reality. You see? But in the source, we are not separate. We are all one. But the synthetic reality created by the mind, you see, all the thoughts, that is separating everyone. And you cannot deny that because you are perceiving that. You see, there's a collective perceiveness, collective knowledge. You see, it is there that it sees the separateness. You see, but what Moksha Mukti is pointing, when you experience and recognize it, there is no separateness. Anjan says, I request this on behalf of everyone here. Read the question slowly, accurately, please. The benefits of you and us. Thank you. No. Hey Anjan, please don't don't come here like you're representing anyone. You're not representing anyone. Okay, don't assume anything. Don't assume. You don't represent anyone. Speak about your experience. Come on.
You entered access code 7366686.
Feather says, I understand. This is one-on-one session. I see other people, not too many people to read everyone's question. Only Moksha Mukti is doing this. You can go to other session, they don't even care you're there. I've seen it. Again, I go to different source, they don't even read a question, they read randomly. But I am reading everyone's questions, you see. And there's a one-on-one session, personal meeting available. Hey, if you are so desperate, why don't you request one? Instead of, throwing all your vehemence. Assuming. Speak about you. No one said that to you. No one said that to me, only you. So don't speak for others. Speak for yourself. Why do you want to lie?
You entered access code 7366886.
For how many gatherings I have done, Moksha Mukti has been reading each and every one of his questions. He may miss one and two there, here and there, but majority time he talks to every questions. And you're the one who is complicating. You see, making life difficult for you. And why don't you understand there is a personal meeting available? Some people just don't get it, you see. And it is what it is. You see, there is always one or two. No, I am not angry. I am not agitated. If I were angry, I would have blocked you in a second. This is not anger. This is simply expression. I am not angry. I am not agitated. You don't know me. You see, there is no anger here. Simply expression expressed. You see, and there is nothing there. What you're saying, there is an emptiness. See, there is emptiness. I don't see anything but empty. You see. Hey Ben, today is one of these days. Moksha Mukti has been doing this in a third person. Okay, this is not English class. This is not some professional class. Moksha Mukti has been doing this for many months. And you see, you can accept it, you can reject it, or you stay neutral. You see, he's been doing it. If you don't like it, you can leave. You see, he's not saying stay here. You have to stay here. You see, it is what it is. I don't know why he does it. I do that. You see, sometimes I say that, but probably the reason that there is nobody here, only speaking is going on. There is no I here in the reality. There's no I. See, because this is simply expression of the existence. Maybe that's why he says refer to Moksha Mukti. You see, Moksha Mukti is, you see, it's just the name that is expression. You see, maybe that's why he says Moksha Mukti. You see, because in the ego there is I in the ego, but in the reality there is no ego. You see, here is no ego. So he hesitates to say I, but he say third person. There is no I. You see. Maybe that's why, but if you don't like it, you see, you don't have to come back and keep on repeating that. Anuradha Bhatia say Namaste. Namaste Anuradha, thanks for joining. How are you?
You entered access code 7366886.
Anuradha says, I've been seeking for 20 years, but there's no self-realization yet. Now the seeking has dropped too. Okay. Thanks for sharing that, Anuradha. So why do you join here today? What do you want to know? Have any questions, comment, concerns? Ben says, oh, okay, thanks for answering. Okay, you're welcome, Ben. Something trivial, Moksha Mukti rather not talk about it. It's just a trivial. Why would you be tangled in something so trivial? You see, you have more important things to do. And what, you see? And why do you attach with a trivial things and something coming from your imagination and assumption. In the reality, there is much more there, and it is already available to you now in this present moment. You see, he's been pointing, and you just, some of you, not all of you, one or two or three of you, keep on going to your thought, and thought is sucking you. Hijacking your attention. Thought is exhausting you, and you keep on believing in everything thought, and you're going after thought, going around and around, thinking you're going somewhere, but you're still in one place. You see, and for you, some of you, we need to do personal meeting, and personal meeting is available. You can request a personal meeting, and we can go deeper, one-on-one via Skype or FaceTime or on a telephone. Or Facebook Messenger, video messenger, so we can go one-on-one, give you total time, total attention to go deeper. You see, that's also available, but this is just a group meeting that is happening. We're just touching on the surface. This is shallow, touching on a surface, superficial. You see, because there's many of you here.
You entered access code 73.
And James Nensel, Anurad says, how will I realize the truth? Anuradha, what Moksha Mukti is pointing to you, the truth is already available to you within. You see, and Moksha Mukti is speaking the truth, and he knows he's speaking the truth, but it is not truth to you until you validate and verify within your functionality. You see, once you validate and verify in your own functionality, and then you can say that is the truth. You see, but whatever you're searching is already available within you. That's why you have not found, because you've been looking outside for 20 years. You can look another 20 years, you're not going to find it, because what you're looking for is already available to you, and it is so simple. I mean, I was speaking with one person on a personal meeting today, and it just took 20 minutes for her to recognize, hey, I get it. I know where my source is. I experienced my source. Just 20 minutes of time, one-on-one. Personal time, personal meeting. And Moksha Mukti also offers you that. But you see, whatever he's pointing to you is already available to you. Experience that now, because that is observing everything. That is observing your thoughts, observing your heartbeat, observing your mind body, observing your emotions, observing your gut feelings, observing your feelings, observing your intuition, observing everything happening. That is observing, that is going on, that is observing everything. Give attention to that is what Moksha Mukti is pointing. It is so simple. And some of you are coming here trying to complicate it. See, there is no need to complicate. It is simple. And it just took 20 minutes for one person. Unexpectedly. You see, that happened today. That was experienced. And I'm sure that person will come back and report, or do testimony, Anyway. James Nelson says, why are people so afraid of leaving their past and looking towards the future? Because, James, they are conditioned to think linearly. See, when you are conditioned to think linearly, then there is a past, there is a present, and there is a future. But since thought is happening, you are never in the present moment, either in the past or the future. Not be in the present moment, and just complicating everything, going in the cycle, make it difficult, make it complicated, make it difficult, all these things. You see, because they are never in the present moment, and always in the past or all the future, never in the present moment. That is the product of the thought, and you are conditioned to think linearly. Joanne Allison Lewis Anderson says, please, can I have a reading? This is my first time. Hi, Joanne. Moksha Mukti does not do readings. Moksha Mukti offers you personal meeting, and we can go deeper for you to recognize, experience what is already available within. You see, he's pointing you to that, and Moksha Mukti also offers personal meeting, so we can go deeper, just one-on-one, you see. And here he's just simply pointing you to what you have already available, and that knows everything there is to know. That's where he's pointing to you. You see. Ruchika Agriwal says, love and light. Hi Ruchika, thanks for joining. Namaste. Hey Anjan, you don't need to be here, brother. If you don't like it, leave. You see, it's not for you. I already told you, you need someone who you are conditioned. You see, you need someone, other guru, Swami, they are telling you something. Moksha Mukti is not telling you something, simply pointing. You see, this is not for you. And nothing, there's nothing there. You're empty. This is so emptiness, and you want to be filled with all this knowledge. Moksha Mukti is not giving you knowledge. You see, he's giving you experiences. Those who see it, they can come here, they can appreciate it. You don't see, there's emptiness. You want to be filled. I recommend you go some other place, some other guru, swamis who can fill your emptiness. I mean, that's what you're looking for. Sorry, you know. Moksha Mukti is not giving you anything. And you wanting something, you want to fill your vessel that's empty. There's nothing there. Yeah, that's true. Laughing out loud. Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be here. If there is something there, you would not even be here. You know, why lie yourself? Keep on, stop lying to yourself. Why do you have to lie to yourself? Lisa Forley says, hi. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining. Namaste. And by the way, Moksha Mukti has a conference line that is going on right now. You can simply call and dial the number. And actually, your session can be fruitful because now we can go a little bit deeper. We can talk. Last time, Moksha Mukti talked to someone for about 8 minutes. And you see in there, then there's a going back and forth, we can go deeper. Otherwise, this is so superficial. You see, there's a majority of coming here. We're just touching on the surface, just like the beach. There's only seashells, seaweed, and sand here. There's nothing here. You see, just touching on the surface. If you want to go deeper, like in a deep ocean, find the pearl, then Moksha Mukti offers one-on-one session, or the personal meeting with Moksha Mukti calls darshan. So in there, you can request that session and we can go deeper. And majority of people come back and say, you know, well, I like a one-on-one session. You know, I'm sure they come back and give the testimony, because there we're going deeper. Here we're just touching on the surface. Silesni Wittik says namaste. Namaste, Silesni. Thanks for joining. How are you? No matter what happens here, Moksha Mukti is not agitated. Moksha Mukti is not bothered. Moksha Mukti is not angry.
Access code 7366686.
And see, this observing, giving attention to this observing allows you to open up, because now you're closed with all the thoughts. You see, all the thoughts you have, 90% of your thoughts are negative, garbage. You're carrying that like a donkey carrying something on the back, and that has actually contracted you, compressed you, you see, making you tired, making you exhausted. And it's pointing, don't believe in your thoughts, simply give attention to the source that is available to you, and that itself, that observing itself will open you up. You see, opening up to infinity possibilities, opening you up to infinity possibilities of miracle. Miracle can be happening when the recognition happens. See, there's a possibility for you to just open up. Otherwise, you're just close, and just you can be angry, just like that. You see, oh, someone says so negative. Oh, that person is so negative. Oh, he's like that. You see, now you've been here. How many people are watching? There's one or two people seems like negative, but Moksha Mukti is not. Moksha Mukti is not saying. You see, is not contracted. I had to step out for a second. Well, thanks for suggestion, Anjan. It is doing fine so far, but thanks for your recommendation, suggestion about the looks of this space, but it is what it is. There's no problem. You see, people coming to listen to Moksha Mukti. Even one person comes and listen to Moksha Mukti, it becomes satsang. Even there is no one here, it's okay. The expression will keep on going on. Expression will happen. And it is happening. You see, this you cannot deny this. You can ignore it, but you cannot deny it. It's simply happening. Hey, everyone, hang on just for a couple of minutes. I need to take a little break, and after I take a break, I'll be right back. Just like it's going to take me 2 minutes to do something. Come on, brother. Now you're trolling Anjan Kumar. If you don't like what Moksha Mukti is saying, leave, brother. I'm telling you. Why you keep on trolling? Why you keep on following? I don't understand. If there is nothing for you to leave, you see, I'm not here to fill your empty vessels. Come on, brother. I have to take a little break. I'll be right back. I have been gone for a couple of minutes, and thanks for waiting. If Anjan Kumar is right, he would have left by now, but there are many of you who are still wanting Moksha Mukti to speak. And Anjan Kumar, you're getting close for me to block you, but see, this is not for you. I'm telling you, brother, please do yourself a favor. If you want, you can go read Moksha Mukti's 2 books if you're seeking knowledge. They're on Amazon. Waves Metamorphosing into Revelation, and second book is Ever Perpetuating Present Moment. They're available on Amazon. You can read those books. Maybe that way you are saving your time. And Moksha Mukti has third book, Mirror, that is also coming in the market. Maybe read that book. You see, this is not for you. You're not getting anything. There's just the emptiness I see. You see, so do yourself a favor, brother. I'm telling you last time, do something else. You see. Christy, I am interested in reading, first time viewer. Hey Christy, Moksha Mukti is not reading you anything. He's simply expressing something that you already have available within you now, and he's pointing you to that is brighter than the light, brighter than the sun, brighter than any stars, brighter than any galaxy that is available to you now, and that's where he's pointing to you. And you do not see that with your eyes, but you will see that with your eyes, that is, you see, like a blind man's eyes, like that you can see within you. See, that is already available to you, you see, and that's where he's pointing to you. And Moksha Mukti also offers personal meeting. In the personal meeting, we can go deeper to that source. You see, he's pointing into the source. And let me give you an example of, there's one person, she used to come to all Moksha Mukti's gathering. This is like a almost 30th gathering. She used to come to all gatherings until she did not know what was going on, but she is enjoying listening to Moksha Mukti. So she came, and she was enjoying, commenting everything. But today's meeting, in 20 minutes, something profound happened. She experienced something profound. You see, because that happened into meeting, one-on-one meeting or the personal meeting. So Moksha Mukti also offers that if you're interested. But no, he's not a psychic. He's not giving you reading. He's not a fortune teller. Anjan says, I'll read your books, thank you. Okay, yeah, I think that will do you more good, Anjan, because now this is not for you, I think reading is good for you, more for you, This is not, you see, you're not understanding what's going on. You have no idea. You have no clue what's going on, you see. I think you're the book type of person, book smart. I think you should go and spend time reading versus coming here. Lisa says, how can I be more mindful? What do you mean by mindful, Lisa? Don't give me assumption here. You have to elaborate. Give me your definition of mindful. What do you mean by mindful? That is just the assumption. Christy says, thank you. You're welcome, Christy. Thanks for coming here. Thanks for joining.
You entered access code 736686.
Lisa Fearless says, aware of the present moment. Lisa, you are already aware of the present moment. However, you have not recognized that because your attention is consumed by your thoughts. When the attention gets consumed by the thought, what happens? You have no energy or attention left to be in the present moment. So he's simply pointing you to something that is available to you now, that is observing everything. Give attention to that. That allows you to be in the present moment. You see? Yes, Lisa says I get caught up in racing thoughts. Yes, that happens. That happens because thought is powerful. Because thought is consuming all your attention. Thought is making you tired. Thought is making you exhausted. You see, and you're going in a circle, merry-go-round, going nowhere but going in a circle, like a hamster, thinking it's going somewhere but not going anywhere, because that thought is taking you for the ride. You see, and by going the route, you're tired, exhausted. Now you have no more energy left to give to the observing, to the source, and that's how you're not in the present moment. The moment you thought is there, that is already in the past, or the past. That's already in the past. You see, give attention to that is observing here and now. You see, then you are in the present. And Moksha Mukti also offers you a personal meeting. And personal meeting, Moksha Mukti can point you deeper and take you deeper, you see. And you can request a personal meeting with Moksha Mukti via website, and Moksha Mukti will share that website with you, or share Moksha Mukti's live feed into different spiritual groups that you're members of, and or on your wall, then you win. You have an opportunity to win personal meeting with Moksha Mukti, so he can point you deeper. One-on-one personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. Moksha Mukti called that darshan. You see, he's pointing you to something that you already have available. It's so obvious, you're going to say, oh my God, how did I not know that? Or you're going to say, oh my God, I already knew that. Why didn't I apply it? Knowing and applying is something different. You see, knowing and applying to your own functionality. You can know about it, but if you don't apply it, what good that knowledge is going to do? Because knowledge is just the assumption, imagination, stored in the memory. Vivian says support. Question mark. Yeah, I was just playing around with the, I don't know what to call this, Vivian, to the Moksha Mukti source. I think referring to the Moksha Mukti Apollo, the source, quantum plexus. I was playing with that, and I am going to keep on changing it, in the reality, who knows what that is, you see. Just the expression, there is no labeling that is available, so I'm going to choose different labels each time, Lisa says, thank you, I feel like a hamster on a wheel sometimes. Yes, that's what thought is doing to you, Lisa. That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing to you. Vivian says the new name. Anjan says, I am doubtful of God's existence and doubtful whether he is good or evil or disabled, and religions are man-made fairy styles. Is my belief reasonable? First of all, Anjan, okay, your beliefs are what you believe, and because of that you can function in the society. Without the beliefs you cannot function in the society. Through the beliefs you function in the synthetic reality, you see. And you will believe, your belief will change. Belief will change over time. Now you believe in one thing, later on you believe in different things, because people change their beliefs all the time. So beliefs are beliefs, you see. Just the it is just your accepting of what you think is the reality. See, that changes. And who knows there is a God? You see, no one knows. You see. And good and evil is just the interpretation of the mind. You see, evil and good, both are just a thought in the mind that your mind is interpreting based upon your condition. Your condition imposed upon you by society, and based upon that conditioning, that you say this is good, this is bad. One society says this is good, other society says no, that's not good, that's bad. So these are just the interpretation of the mind. You see, that is happening. You see. And of course the religions are all man-made, created by the man. And that's what Moksha Mukti is pointing to you. That's what this is not religion. You see, this is simply experience of life. You see, and this is not religion. And what is happening there is you're thinking. You're thinking. By thinking, you want to know to the reality. When you speak about the God, you are interested in about the reality. You see. But to the thinking, you will not get there, is what Moksha Mukti is pointing, because thinking can produce. You can write a book about it. You see. You can create all this knowledge, but knowledge is not going to help you. You see. What is going to help you is your experiencing. So you are experiencing, you are validating, you are observing, and in your observation you can see all these things. You see, what Moksha Mukti is speaking, he already wrote 2 books. He already wrote 3 books. One is about to be published. In 3 books, all those pages is just the knowledge, but they are all coming from his experiencing. You see, and like a lady, Lisa, asked about the being in the present moment. You see, in thought, either you are in the past or the future, never in the present moment. You see, and you can have all the knowledge, you can read thousands of books about being in the present moment, but if you don't apply that knowledge within you, what's good with that knowledge? It's nothing. It's just the load you're carrying it. Debbie Strait says, my anxiety goes out of control when I am out around a lot of people. That's natural, Debbie, to have that anxiety, because now when there are a lot of people, there is uncertainty. Your anxiety is in the body, see, to express that uncertainty around people, because there's situations are uncertain. You see, you don't know who these people are, and that is causing you to be anxiety, and that is okay in the body level. You see, that's okay, there is no problem. Now the problem is created by the thought, because what that thought does is that it wants to get rid of the anxiety from the body, because mind does not like the sensation of the anxiety that is in the body. So it wants to get rid of it, because mind wants to feel good all the time, 24 hours, 7 days a week. It wants to feel good. So because it doesn't like that sensation from the body, mind wants to get rid of it. That's where thought comes in, and there is a struggle between thought and the anxiety. Anxiety is actually your energy. It's energy in the body, like a chemical or the electricity. You see, it's energy, electrifying energy that is present. When the thought tries to get rid of that from the body, there is a friction. You see, and you can try rubbing your hand. The heat is created, and the friction is causing you to be more anxious, because now your thought is present. You see, so in that moment, what Moksha Mukti is pointing to you, don't believe in the thoughts, because thought is saying all these things. Oh, Debbie, you are scared now. Oh, Debbie, you are afraid. Oh, Debbie, get out of here. Oh, see, our thought is saying all that. Don't believe in the thought, is what Moksha Mukti is pointing to you. And he also offers personal meeting. If you're interested, we can go deeper and take you to the source, what he's pointing. In there, that is observing everything, and in there, you see all the depression, sadness, anxiety, all of them falls off, and you are simply experiencing, simply living in a natural state, naturally. You see. Amari Rasa say, what is your opinion of Ganesha? Ganesha is simply an object created by man for some purpose in the synthetic reality. And in the synthetic reality, Ganesh is a god, is a Hindu god, in the so-called Hindu religion. Ganesh removes the obstacle. So whatever obstacle you have, they say pray to Ganesh, he removes the obstacle. You see, that is created by the mind, you see, in a synthetic reality. You see, that's a Hindu term, it's Ganesh. But Moksha Mukti is not going to speak regarding that, you see. I mean, we're here to speak about life experiences, your experiences. Devi straight says, right. How do I get rid of it? Devi, you can't get rid of it. I already mentioned to you, you can't get rid of your anxiety because that is there in the body. That is the nature. That is a mechanism. You can't get rid of that in the body level. But when that arises in your thought, don't believe in the thought. When you don't believe in the thought, it just falls off. And your anxiety in a psychological level falls off. And simply give attention to the source that is observing. See, observe that thought that is happening, that is telling you, hey Devi, you're afraid now. Hey Devi, you're weak. Hey Devi, you can't even handle this. Hey Devi, all that. That's, you know, all those negatives, whatever they're saying, I don't know whether that your thought is saying to be anxious, all those thoughts will fall off because they're not true. You see? And in that observing, you're just observing, oh, they're just a thought. Once you recognize that, in this recognition, you see, you're not anxious, but the anxiety is going to be there in the body, and you accept that, and that's not going to bother you because that's the body level, and that's just the energy in the body for you to express the uncertainty. When there's uncertain, the anxiety kicks in. That's a mechanism to protect you. You see. Anjan Kumar, yes, these are all the man-made created. You know, why are you worried about this? This doesn't pertain to your life experience. Those are all thoughts. You're thinking, like you're going in a circle. You see, everything is created by the religion. Everything is created by the mind, man or men, collective. This is all comprehensive collective knowledge, collected. You see, and religion is based on a scripture. And it is there's methods, there's structure, and all that. You see, and you're just thinking. You know, why are you going in a circle? You go in a circle. Devi says, okay, I understand. All right, Devi. Vivian says, acknowledging the pay attention to the source. Oh, okay. Yes, Vivian. You remind me of someone who is, I'm not going to give name who, but there was a lady here who Moksha Mukti had personal meeting, and she's been coming to sessions just like you every day. And the reason she's not here today is that it's late for her, you know. So she's probably sleeping now. You see, but in one-on-one, it was just a 20-minute session, you know. There was a profound experiencing. There's awakening. This person was somehow awakened, at least, you know, get the taste of it. And maybe we need to go one-on-one like that. Maybe it'll be helpful for you. You know, but yeah, I'm pointing to the source, to give attention to the source that is observing, experiencing, and expressing. And it's almost time to go. So 1 hour 39 minutes. I may speak another 5, 10 or 15 more minutes, and then I have to go to I have another session, one-on-one session going on, personal session going on, so I have to go and attend that shortly. So I'm going to end this session in about 5 or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Yeah, Vivian. You are observing, experiencing. Vivian says yes. Vivian says good night and restful night. Yes, Vivian. Thanks for joining. Again and again. Frank Kandarijo says, where do these people come from? Well, just ask yourself, where do you come from, Frank? Same way they came from their mother, father. And then say, we all have some sort of concern about our lives. It's a thought. If we ignore this thought, our lives will keep on going down the down. Well, that is just an assumption, Anjan. I'm pointing out. It's an assumption. There is no we, there is only you. You see? Now you're assuming that everyone is going through this process. Yes, maybe majority, but in your experience, there is no we, there is only you. Speak about that. And if we ignore, who is there with you? Is there someone there with you when you say we? What do you mean by we? You see, you're not coming to the terms. You're not coming to the terms. You're thinking, not experiencing, not observing. That's what I've been pointing to you. And it's going down the drain. Who knows it's going to go down the drain? By thinking, you're going to go up? No, by thinking, it's going to cram you. Thinking is going to go down the drain. Thinking is going to give you disease. Thinking is going to give you problem. Thinking is going to do all those things. By thinking, you make a little money, but your health's going to go down the drain. You see? There's too much stress in it. There's too much pain in it. And by what Moksha Mukti is pointing, by giving attention, that is observing that is going on, instead of thinking, observing, when you give attention, it just opens you up to infinite possibilities. See, now you're closing down with the thought. You're cramming up, keeping unnecessary thoughts in the head, all those garbage, you don't need them. Just keep pounding, limiting you. You see, in observing, it just opens you up. And you may tap into new sources, new resources. Then you'll be surprised. You see? And all the questions, all the things you answer is appearing to you in this openness, in this vastness. Comes to you and you'll be surprised. See, that's what Moksha Mukti is pointing. Now you go in a circle. Keep on repeating. Okay. Alright, that's all I have time for today. So thanks everyone for joining. Thanks all for your questions, comment, concern. And I will speak to you all tomorrow. Have a blessings and namaste.